All right, folks, so we're going to hop right back in where we left off. We had just won a very narrow siege race there with Morocco with a little help from Castile. And now it's time for us to continue our war, to continue prosecuting this war. Let's regroup the fleet. I don't think, now time is on our side, so we're going to let the army reinforce. And then we're just going to move it over. We're going to reinforce the army, and then we'll use it to defeat this siege that they've got going over here. Because it's not really... what is this? No, we will solve this situation ourselves. Thank you. We're going to merge together. Because now time is on our side. Castile is about to win this siege. After they win the siege, then it's going to be all over. See if Tunis even wants white peace, because if we could get them out of the war, that would be great. No, they're not interested. Yep, that's fine. As soon as Castile takes that, as soon as our army is reinforced, we'll be in a position where we can drive these folks off of Tangier. So that's not really, it's not really significant that they're sieging it. Pretty straightforward to push them off, and as soon, I kind of want to let Castile finish the siege, because once they finish the siege, they'll be more likely to come across and help me, and that would be ideal for us, for them to come and give us a little assistance. So then we take less casualties, and they take more casualties. Alright, Castile looks like they're getting awful close now on their siege. We're going to go back up to speed 3, since I'm probably going to wait until we fully reinforce anyways before we... haven't done. We've used up some of our burger lines, but not too many of our burger lines. After the war, we'll use that explorer that we start with in order to go ahead and start taking advantage of taking a look around, seeing what we can see, and see if we can start our colonization game at least a little bit earlier. Let's make sure that... okay, yeah, they're still fine. We can invest in new technology. We can take Diplotech. Do we really need Diplotech right now? All right. Morocco is down. They are toast. And so now Castile is coming across the strait. These armies are moving out of position, which is perfect. Oh, well, thank you, Castile. We're doing that. And that is the end of that army. We will move into position on this one. If Castile would like to come across, maybe? Because I really don't want to siege this mountain fort. I'd really prefer that Castile do the sieging of the mountain fort, if they would be so kind, honestly. There we go. That's what I want Castile to do, really. All right, Morocco is dejected. Let's see if I can get... we're going to test on Tunis again. No, they're still not interested, but Morocco is very not interested in being in this war anymore. Oh, and Castile got a breach. Oh, that would be really good if they would take that. Because Morocco is going to be nowhere close to taking this. This is going to take them a long, long time to siege, hopefully. So hopefully Castile will rapidly get through Fez, and then the two of us can crush Morocco over here. Because in an ideal world, we'd take the whole coast. But again, it kind of depends on how much we think we can get from Morocco, because obviously we need to take Tangiers. Now they're willing to give me a lot more than they were before, because how much war score does it even take to get all the coastline? If we were to block them completely from the coast, it would take basically 100 war scores. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to pull that off, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get. We also do need to be a little careful to make sure Castile's war enthusiasm is still very high, so that's a good thing. They're not likely to peace out on me early. Man, they are piling literally everyone in here. The amount of attrition they must be taking over here is insane. don't think any of my missions require me to take any of the northern coast. Let's just verify that. Conquer Tangiers, that's easy. Expand, it wants me to then take all of that, and I get a bunch of stuff. We'll spend some admin points to deal with that. Okay, so we don't need the other parts, we just need those parts. And so if we can give this to them, that's good. All right, where are they going? They're going to Figuig. I'd rather you come over here and help me. Come here. Come here, Castile. Come help me. All right, let's see if we walk in, if Castile will come with us here. Oh, it's going to be close, and Castile has gotten caught in this other battle, but it looks like we're still going to win, probably because of the, we've chosen to take our fight in a very highlands province where we're likely to have the advantage. All right, we're going to leave that to them. We're going to leave the sieging of the coast to them. We're going to move over onto Melilla, which is somewhere that's a little more calm to siege. I see that Castile has decided that they would like to occupy that, though I really would prefer Castile if you gave that to me. Alright, so Castile is being rather a jerk about this. They are not transferring some of the stuff to me that I really would like to have, including this garb area. Take that. Alright. So what's probably going to happen is that we're going to have to just peace out early. Because I really am not interested in giving Castile any of this land. As Castile has decided that they would like to have this land, but I am really not interested in giving Castile this land. So maybe... Didn't I set that it was my... Maybe I didn't set that it was my diplomatic interest on those provinces. We're going to send one of these guys over here to do some... One of the new favors mechanics. We're going to try to... I think it's actually a diplomatic action. We're going to try to curry some favors with Castile. Might as well. Alright, Castile, where did your army even go? I don't even know where Castile... Where did Castile send their army? Oh, they're fighting, like, way down there. Alright. It really would be better if they had not taken Garb. I must not have set my diplomatic interest on this province. So we'll take what we can. Yeah, we're not going to lose stability. No, thank you. Castile looks like they are going to basically do all the heavy lifting for me. Thank you, Castile. Man, they are doing some work on these forts down here. Granada would like out, but no, Granada, we will not be letting you out, because we would very much like to keep you in, because you are a ton of war score, and you're some easy stuff to give Castile, so they're getting closer. Tunis is getting closer to wanting out of this war. Oh, looks like they've figured out the War of the Roses. Alright, so we need to figure out what this piece is going to look like. We are... Oh, we've renewed some loans. That's one thing we definitely could do with this some money. Let's let them siege Tafyalalt, which is where the gold mine is. because maybe we could take it. I don't know if Aragon's gonna, or Castile's gonna let us have it or not, but we're not gonna engage here. We're gonna let Castile finish these 2 sieges, and then we're going to figure out what our peace deal is gonna look like. It's like we can take all of that. Castile would be very grumpy with that. So maybe if we... Oh, let's see. We've got too much war score there. Let's see if we got to back this up a little bit. Because we need to give Castile enough for them to feel like they've gotten what they need. So let's keep trading Castile stuff here until they are happy. Now Castile is pleased, and then we could take a whole bunch of money. Let's see. Let's pause for a second. What are they offering? Decline. Oh, here, we'll let them finish this battle just so they can finish that and get the last of the war score, and then we will call it a victory. Very unfortunate that I did not get that coast, otherwise we could have taken a lot more there. Alright, so I think that's the end of that. Alright, let's figure this peace deal out. So my mission wants me to take down here. I wonder if... what I'm really more interested in is getting up into Tafulalt. It didn't look like we got the war score to pull that off. So perhaps we take this. We don't want to give stuff to Castile over here. Castile is pretty pleased with that. Most of this money is not gonna go to me, and so really I should take down the money. What I really should do is try to take, let's see here, war reps, because that will give me more money than if the other one. Castile is pretty pleased with that. We are probably going to come back in another war to try to finish, and then we'll just take as much money as we can. So we got some loans we need to pay. All right, not everything we wanted, but pretty good, and it sets us up really well for the next war. So we're going to send that demand. Castile's happy, we're happy, great. All right, let's get this army back over here. We're going to take this because we have now completed our mission here to take Tangiers, and we also will get a bunch of claims, which will make it easier to take this stuff in the future, and a really strong Inquisitor that is really cheap, so we will take that. We're going to first go ahead, before we get him probably, we're going to core all these 3 provinces that we have now added to our country. We probably do not need both of these forts that we have acquired here. Let's break off the heavy ships to repair for a minute. And then we're going to take the barks up here. What we're going to do is break off 3 and start doing some exploring in order to get ready. Let's ask for military access from Castile, because we asked for military access. Thank you. That way we can walk. Now we can walk back and forth between our territories. Let's get this guy moving up here. Probably going to have some revolts. It might be worth... Let's see. We might be able to seize some land. We've gotten some companies and an army. Great. Will any of these will lose 20 loyalty? We will tick off all of them. So let's summon the diet and see if we can butter these guys up a little bit. Increase, tax in some. No, we don't want to spend that. When we own something, they'll get happy. Pay off the national debt. Well, that sounds like a great plan. We would love to do that. Agents for soldiers. Sure, Castile, have it. Yeah, we'll give them some soldiers. We've got plenty of soldiers right now. We've still got this company that's active. All right, let's break these off. So we're going to create a new unit. We're gonna take, let's take one of the ones that are not damaged, and take the 3 barks. We're gonna select this unit, put our explorer on. And then we're going to send him to explore the West African Sea. Send them out. The remainder of them we will tell to protect trade in Seville so we can get some more money coming in. The Renaissance has happened. Great. All right. We're going to go ahead, now that we're a little bit getting a discount, we're going to go ahead and take Admin Tech 4. I don't love losing some base tax, but we'll do it. All right. Portugal's a little bit bigger. We're running a major deficit, so we're going to have to get rid of those mercenaries here in a minute. Pretty soon. Oh, thank you, Castile, for giving me a loan. Let's see, can we ally the Pope? Yes, we can. There we go. Thanks, Pope. And now we're going to send one of our diplomats up here to curry favors as well, which we may use for money. All right, there we go. These are not as needed now. Thanks, Diego Gomez. Let's move this fleet back up here, and then we're probably going to mothball it, because I don't know that we really super need that right now. Now we're going to try to explore some more. Send them out again. Again, like I said, I don't know that we actually need 2 forts here. There is a fort in Fez already that hopefully at some point we will take. But even if we don't, that's fine. Let's see which one has better. Both of them, this is a drylands fort, and this is a highlands fort. So, I think I would prefer to have that fort, and I do not think I need this Tangiers fort here. I think we're gonna tear down this fort. Tear down that fort in order to save me some money. And then we're going to come over here where people are. Thanks, Diego Gomez. I think we've done all the exploring we can do for now. And so now we will just send this guy back to protect trade in Seville. Thank you. We need to send these guys again to hunt pirates. Thanks. We're going to probably mothball this navy, because I don't know that it's really needed now that we have direct land access, and that'll save us a little bit of money. Alright. So we've got a backlog of power there. I don't think we care about that Navy tradition, so we will say sure. Alright, so let's see if we can... What do we got here? Trade favors for trust. We'll take a little bit of money. Alright, we need to seize some land here. The nobility will be fine, only the other two will be upset. So now we will do this. I've got one group that has risen up in Madeira, of course. On an island, of course. Alright, we're gonna have to unmothball this. Rebel uprising. Okay, cool. It's one of the reasons that having a lot of islands can be a real pain sometimes. Yep. Alright, let's take these guys over here to go deal with these rebels. Alright, this should be plenty to deal with these folks. Now, one of the things we can do is let's look at our provinces and find some that have, thanks, some really good goods. We've got some salt. We don't want to develop these because they're not the right culture and not the right religion. We'll put just a little bit of development into a few of these provinces. We're not going to sell titles. We will take this technology, just so we're up to date on that. We can build marketplaces. Maybe one day when we have some money, we'll do that. All right, let's now bring this. Actually, what we're going to do now is I don't think we need these anymore, and so we're going to get rid of them, let the mercs go, which will help with our financial situation. Send these fleets back home. Moroccan separatists, fun. All right, that's why we got to stay fully maintained over here. They may rise up. They tend to rise up in the province with the highest development, which is one of these. So we're going to move ourselves here into the middle province. We're also going to mothball this fleet to see if we can get our... We're trying to get our treasury under control here a little bit. Once we core these provinces, things will be a little bit easier. Okay. We will send over the Papal States in order to curry favors again. Hey, when you're a small nation, you gotta use whatever you got. And so we will curry favors every which way in order to help fund this. As we slowly work our way out. Once the colonization game gets going, things will change. So the other thing we can do is take a look at trade. We probably, what percent of the trade node do we have? We probably could benefit from in the capital. And I know that I can enact some of these edicts as well here in a little bit. But a lot of times it's good to put on the trade edict. So let's put on the trade power edict in the capital. See how that affects our income. Another thing that would be good is it might be worth going ahead and putting some of these in place. So goods produced is pretty good and uses admin power. Don't need that one. Tax modifier and governing cost, don't need that one. Dev cost, that's useful long term. Local resistance, local missionary strength, that may be useful down at the other place. Prosperity growth, attrition for enemies, and that. So I think the one that we actually want is unrest and goods produced. So we're going to do that here in our state, both of our capital states. Quick, because that will give us more goods produced and more admin development, which will help stabilize this as well. It's like Morocco's having a tough time down there. I know we have a free advisor slot, but until we get a cheap advisor, I'm not real interested in picking him up. In the meantime, we can take a quick look at our missions just to see what's next. They want us to launch a flagship, and then they want us to reform the Navy, which will give us some special ships. So, okay, interesting. One thing that we should go ahead and do that we did not do to our detriment last time is set some of our... Come back to us. Set some of our diplomatic interests. No, I did set it. Portugal just decided that... Castile just decided that they didn't want to give it to us. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and mark that we're interested in all of this. So there's no question next time of whether we're interested in all this stuff. Some of the income will stabilize over time as well once I'm not having to maintain the army and once we core some of these provinces. Let's see if we are able to convert anything. Probably will be once we pull that advisor that missionary strength advisor, or if we put the conversion one in place. All right, rebels, come on, go ahead and do it. We know you're coming. Meanwhile, we're somewhat fortunate because Morocco is having a horrible time with all these rebels. Oh, there it is. All right, let's do it. Move in. That's what we've been waiting for. I'm glad that they've done it because now we can finally stop maintaining. We can move the army back across and stop maintaining it. All right. Goodbye, rebels. Great. Looks like we have some other rebels. What are they upset about? Independence for Teotan. Oh, good. They have a separate rebels that we'll have to deal with. Okay. Well, I guess we'll wait and let them rise up. Honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and decrease the autonomy here. Because if they're going to rise up, let's just go ahead and do it. And these guys have already risen up, so we might as well just go ahead and crank it down. Starting to get some cores. All right, we'll let our last core finish here, and we'll be in good shape. Oh, all right, so we've decided we're going to do it. All right, let's crush this rebellion as well, and then finally the revolts will be done for a while. Excellent. All right, now we can send the Earl of Avaranches back over, and we can turn off his maintenance. They've still got a few of them floating around. Oh, well. Well, everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to work with me here today as we worked on the northern coast of what used to be Morocco in order to try to stabilize the situation here. And don't worry about the finances. Don't worry. Money's just a number. We'll get it figured out. We've improved our situation a little bit with some holy orders. I'm sure we'll do the same thing down here in order to help with the conversions. And once we get everything pointed the right direction, it'll be in good shape. Thanks all for joining.